Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, I'm Becky with the good hair. I did not give myself that nickname. That was given to me by trolls on the internet, so you can thank them for that. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe and also click the bell because you want to be notified when I drop a new video. Today I wanted to do an anti-MLM video because I am obsessed with learning about MLMs. I can't explain it. They're just fascinating to me. And I think it's because they remind me so much of cults. And a lot of people have actually explained how they really do function as cults. And I will link in the description videos discussing that because it's fascinating. If you're not sure what an MLM is, MLM stands for multi-level marketing. And these companies function essentially as pyramid schemes. The people involved in MLMs will tell you, no, they're not pyramid schemes. Pyramid schemes are illegal, which they are illegal, yes, that is true. However, many of these companies are falling like dominoes because the Federal Trade Commission has found MLMs to be pyramid schemes. So even though they try to say that they're not pyramid schemes, they're saying that because their companies have not been shut down yet or been forced by the courts to completely remodel their systems so that they don't get shut down by the FTC. Some examples of multi-level marketing companies would include Unique, Herbalife, ItWorks, Amway, and Pampered Chef. So these companies are selling products all over the sun, makeup, food. There's MLMs for wine and anything you can think of. Weight loss, diet shakes, all that sort of stuff. These companies are dangerous because they prey on vulnerable groups of people specifically. They prey on military wives, high school and college students, and stay-at-home moms. The reason they prey on these groups of people because they do sense their vulnerabilities. People like military wives and stay-at-home moms sometimes feel lonely if they're in new situations or environments and they don't really have a lot of friends. A lot of MLM pushers are called Huns because when you get messages from people trying to recruit you to MLMs, you'll get messages where they say, "Hey, Hun." So everybody calls them Huns. These MLM Huns will prey on these people because they feel like it's easy to recruit them because military wives, stay-at-home moms sometimes might be looking for a hobby, a job, an outlet, a group of friends, because if they're military wives and they're moving across the country everywhere and they're not close to a big city or a place where it's easy to make friends, it can be appealing to join a company where you have a group of people around you. While I was editing my last video, which was about vector marketing, I got a direct message on Instagram from a Hun. I hadn't gotten a message from a Hun in a while, so I thought, maybe these companies really are dying down and maybe people are really starting to see the light and are dropping like flies. Fingers crossed, right? But no. So the Hun who tried to talk to me about her MLM was from ItWorks, and it took me a while to discover that. Before I read the messages to you, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what ItWorks is. So if I'm looking over to the side, it's because I'm looking at my computer. So that's what's going on over here. So I'm looking at the ItWorks website, and they are essentially a health and wellness MLM. They are famous, I guess, for these wraps where I believe you wrap it around your stomach and you keep it on there for a while and somehow that helps you lose weight. I'm not sure about that, honestly. I don't know what the gimmick is with that, but that's what they're most famous for. Also on their website, they're promoting things like fat burning coffee blend, and I don't know why they have a hand sanitizer. It says Skinny Brew hand sanitizer. They also have something where it's a fat fuel chocolate shake dessert thing. On the fat burning coffee blend photo they have, they say, sip your way to skinny. So the ItWorks MLM also does a lot with the keto diets. So they have a lot of keto teas, keto coffee, stuff like that. And also on their website, they have a lot of before and after photos, and they're claiming that people lost weight just drinking the fat burning coffee. So that's what that MLM is all about. So I want to read the messages now from the hun that was trying to reach out to me, and I'll go back and forth reading our exchange. And before I get into it, I also want to give her a name because I also wanted to take a look at her Facebook post, because after this exchange, I wanted to see what her posts looked like on Facebook. I wanted to share a lot of her posts with you because I feel like they're very enlightening and they just show what the ItWorks MLM is promoting as far as how they should market the products and how they should try to entice people. And I'm going to name her Susan. We're gonna call her Susan. Susan had followed me on Instagram and I had no idea who she was. And I did not follow her back because I could kind of sense that she was going to be an MLM hun. In her bio, she said stuff about health and wellness or something. Red flags started going off. This is gonna be someone who's trying to pitch me their MLM scheme. Susan said to me, hey, quick question. And no, I'm not asking you to buy anything. Laughing emoji. So right off the bat, when she said, I'm not trying to sell you anything, I knew copied and pasted message, hee, trying to be silly and entice you and get you to think, you know, oh, good, she's not trying to sell me anything, thank God. I knew it was BS. So I said, what's your question? And she didn't reply for quite a while, and I wanted to just hear the MLM pitch. So I said, hi, what did you want to ask? Susan wrote back and said, zero pressure. I'm pushing for a huge goal in my business this month to help my teammates earn some bonuses, and I could use your help. I'm not asking you to buy anything. Smiley emoji. Would you put a post I give you up on your page for me? It would help me out and would get you on my monthly giveaway. Can you do that? I've seen this on Facebook a lot before where people say, Karen is doing a promotion for her ItWorks business and she needs 5 ladies who want to lose weight. Are you interested? Here's her information below. I don't know what the reasoning behind this is, marketing-wise. I don't know if it's because these people are struggling with networking and their connections are running dry and they've run out of people to reach out to. So they want other people to promote the company on their behalf. That's what it seems like to me, because she could have just asked me to join, but she wanted me to promote her business on her behalf. She can do that on her own. She can recruit on her own. Why is she asking me? And it does almost seem like a desperate ploy where it's like, oh, I've run out of connections. I don't have any more people in my network. I need to reach out to other people so that they can reach out to their own networks and get people in other networks, is what I'm assuming. So I decided to kind of troll her a little bit because in my mind, if you're a real influencer and you get people reaching out to you, asking you to do posts like this, you would be compensated for that in some way, whether it's monetarily or you would get free products, something like that. That's normally how it works. When businesses are reaching out to people for marketing purposes, they're gonna compensate those people or give them free products or something like that. With MLMs though, obviously it doesn't work that way because MLMs are scams. MLMs are not gonna compensate people fairly. They don't work in the same way that other businesses do. A partnership with an MLM is not going to be a normal partnership where you're compensated or given free products. That's not how it's gonna work. I responded to Susan And I said, doesn't your business have a marketing team that does PR? What is the pay for people who do a sponsored post? What business do you work for? I did find it interesting because right off the bat, she didn't say, hey, I work with ItWorks and I just wanted to reach out to you, blah, blah, blah. She just said, my business. She didn't say what her business was. Susan wrote back and she said, you will get added into my giveaway. And she did the emoji with the heart smiley. I'm in a health, wellness, and skincare business. I like how she just was beating around the bush and didn't answer any of my questions. Because I asked her, doesn't your business have a marketing team? She didn't answer that. What is the pay for a sponsored post? She didn't answer that because obviously there is no pay. What business do you work for? She didn't answer that. She said she works for a health, wellness, and skincare business. That is the most broad explanation I've ever heard. There are hundreds, if not thousands of companies that are health, wellness, and skincare. You gotta narrow it down a little bit for me, okay? I wrote back to Susan and I said, I'm sorry, I'm confused. What is the name of the business you work for? I'm just confused because I thought you were reaching out to me to do a sponsored post. I just would need more information. What company are you working for? She wasn't writing back, so I would write another message. And I also wrote, is this a sponsored post opportunity? If you could provide some information on what that would look like and what the compensation is, that would be great. I said all that just to drive the point home. If you're asking me for some sort of partnership or sponsorship, which is what you're making it almost sound like it is, I would be expected to be compensated in some way for that. I'm not just going to randomly say yes and do that for free because what's in it for me? And everyone's gonna think that. What's in it for me? Why would I be doing your work for you? That's your job. If you have a business, your job is to do the marketing for that and advertising for that, or hire people to do it and compensate them to market and advertise your business. So what's in it for me? I'm a total stranger. You don't know me. How do you know that I'm qualified to market and advertise your business? I just wanted to drive that point home to her. I also obviously reiterated that I don't know what business you're working for. So why would I agree to something if I don't even know the company you're working for or if it's your own business, the business that you have? I need to know some more information, honey. So in response to me asking if she was reaching out to me for a sponsored post, she said, yes, I am. I'm with ItWorks. Have you heard of us? It's not about the opportunity, it's about weight lose. She really did write weight lose. She didn't write weight loss. So she said, it's not about the opportunity, it's about weight lose. Do you have Facebook? So obviously that confirmed to me, well, we already knew it's an MLM. So the idea that she said it's not about the opportunity, but it's about weight lose, that's horrifically offensive in so many ways. You're saying it's not important that you're compensated fairly for doing work for me. What's important is that you lose weight. That's disgusting. That's a disgusting thing to say to a stranger because you don't know the person's story. God knows how many people she's sending these copied and pasted messages to. She doesn't know what people are going through. She doesn't know if they're on a weight loss journey. She doesn't know if they've had eating disorders in the past. She doesn't know if they struggle to lose weight. She doesn't know if they want to lose weight. She doesn't know if they need to lose weight. She doesn't know their health. She doesn't know if they have any underlying conditions that would make it unhealthy for them to lose weight. I don't know if she's a doctor, if she's a nutritionist, and even if she is, she wouldn't know any of these people's stories without meeting with them. So it's none of her business to assume that 100% of the people she's messaging want to lose weight. That's disgusting and offensive on so many levels. In response to her saying that she worked for ItWorks and that it's an opportunity to lose weight, I said, I have heard of it, yes. Excuse me, but are you telling me I need to lose weight? And then after that I said, ItWorks is an MLM. Susan wrote back and she said, no, I'm saying the post, it's about weight lose. Yes, it is. If you're gonna work for a weight lose MLM, you need to understand that it's not weight lose, it's weight loss. Loss. L-O-S-S. Loss. You do not work for a weight lose MLM. You work for a weight loss MLM. You have to learn that if you're gonna be copying and pasting messages all day long. So she said, she's not telling me to lose weight, it's just the post that's about losing weight. And she confirmed that ItWorks as an MLM. I responded to Susan and I said, why did you target me to tell other people they need to lose weight? I am not in favor of fat shaming, propping up the diet industry, or promoting predatory MLMs in which nearly 99% of people lose money. And I will put articles about that in the description below because it's true. On average, of all the MLM companies, roughly 98 to 99% of people either make no money at all or lose money. It's a confirmed fact by the FTC. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. After that, I also said, especially when over 40 million Americans are unemployed due to a global pandemic, which is true. Over 40 million Americans are unemployed. That means over 40 million Americans are also getting kicked off their healthcare because their healthcare is tied to their jobs. This is another important fact that I forgot to talk about earlier in my video when I was explaining multi-level marketing companies. You are required by these companies to pay to join. So they act like it's a job and like you'll be able to leave your traditional job and make so much money, work from home, work from your phone, they always say. The Federal Trade Commission has been coming down harder on a lot of these companies recently. So a lot of companies have had to lower their prices to join. A lot of these companies, you have to pay about $100, sometimes more than that. With companies like LuLaRoe, you had to pay sometimes upwards of $5,000. She wanted me to put out a post that she'd give me, telling my followers to lose weight and to tell my followers to spend their money to join a company where between 98 to 99% of them would either make no money or lose money. Why would I do that? That would be horrible. I would never do that. Never. So in response to me talking about how MLMs are predatory and people who are in them lose money, and I wouldn't want to promote an MLM, especially during a global pandemic when people are unemployed by the millions. So Susan responded to me and said, I'm sorry, I was asking if you wanted to enter my cash giveaway, considering how helpful that could be to someone who's needing extra money during a global pandemic. And I absolutely never once said anything about your weight, ever. Have a good day. Okay, Susan, we're getting an attitude now. The idea that she said that entering a cash giveaway would be helpful for someone who needs extra money during a pandemic is like telling someone that entering the lottery during a pandemic could be helpful. Because in both of those cases, you might make money, but it's a very slim chance that you're gonna make money. She also didn't say how much the cash giveaway was. I don't know. What would I win if I won? 50 bucks? 100 bucks? $200? 500? 5,000? I don't know. She didn't tell me. I had the last word and I responded to Susan and this is what I said. I said to Susan, you are asking me to tell my followers to pay to join a company and tell them that they should feel like they need to lose weight. That would not help anyone during a pandemic. And the idea of potentially winning a cash giveaway is similar to potentially winning the lottery. The likelihood of winning is extremely low. I hope you're able to quit this MLM someday because these companies are very dangerous and toxic. Thank you. I also wanted to touch on when I said that I don't support fat shaming and propping up the diet industry and then propping up predatory MLMs. So the diet industry is worth over $1 billion. The diet industry is just meant to shame mainly women and take their money, obviously, make them feel bad about themselves so that they'll buy the products. They'll buy the weight loss shakes. They'll buy the workouts. They'll join the MLMs. They'll buy the unhealthy laxative teas. All these things that are dangerous and often disordered because they promote starvation dieting. So I don't believe in any of that. I think it's dangerous. I think we need to talk about it, and we need to stop buying products from companies like this. We need to fight to dismantle companies like this. We need to call it out for what it is. It's dangerous, it's toxic, and it's BS. I don't believe in fat shaming people because that's what this is. She's reaching out to strangers to make them think that they need to lose weight or make the people's followers feel like they need to lose weight. I'm not into fat shaming. So after this exchange, Susan unfollowed me, surprisingly, because she only wanted to follow me so that she could get me to promote her MLM. So after this, I decided to look her up on Facebook since she had mentioned Facebook and how I'm assuming she wanted me to put the posts that she'd give me on Facebook. Her Facebook is just littered with these copied and pasted posts from ItWorks. So the very first post that I see is from 5 hours ago. And she has a picture of her home and her child. And she wrote, "This is my office. If you're literally not living the way you want to, change something. Can you just be real with me for a minute? I know you've been wanting to take the leap and partner with me. I watched my friend also. You're desperately wanting to make extra money from home. What's holding you back? Be honest. Let's talk." And then she wrote her phone number. I haven't seen MLM Huns do that in a while. Leaving their phone numbers just on their Facebook posts? That's not a good idea. You hear a lot of people who joined MLMs saying, I was at a really low point, I was really depressed, I was struggling, I was broke, I was bankrupt, I had a severe illness. You hear a lot of people talking about how they were at a very low point when they joined an MLM. This post really shows that they're trying to prey on people like that. If you're unhappy, join me. I'm so happy, join me. I'm doing what I want with my life. If you're not, come join me. Here's my phone number. I want to read one of her posts that really highlights my issue with companies like ItWorks, where they fat shame and they promote extremely unhealthy diets. Susan wrote a post that says, "This is my girl Karen's results. She lost almost 6 pounds on my 2-day gentle herbal cleanse. I'm looking for 6 people. Do try this out. That little bit of belly fat that just won't seem to go away no matter what you try. It's not fat, it's toxins." Our guts can carry anywhere from 5 to 25 pounds of sludge. The result? Acne, fatigue, headaches, sickness, and that stubborn bloat. This is not one of those crazy, harsh, week-long juice cleanses. Comment favorite emoji below. This post is a bunch of gimmicky nonsense. We carry around sludge. Okay, I'm no doctor, but I'm gonna assume that that is not accurate. I have never heard a doctor, a nutritionist, say that we carry around sludge. The only people I've ever heard say that are people who are in multi-level marketing companies like ItWorks, Herbalife, Beachbody, all that stuff. So there was another post she did where she included the income disclosure statement. So because the FTC is really starting to crack down on these MLM companies, a lot of the companies have been saying that they have to make sure to include their income disclosure statements within their posts just to show what they're getting into. Because a lot of MLM Huns would say, oh, you can make so much money, you can make this much money, blah, blah, blah. And obviously, like I said earlier, 98 to 99% of people on average in MLMs either make $0 or lose money. So MLM Huns have started to include income disclosure statements within their posts just to be more compliant. So she included the ItWorks income disclosure statement, and I just wanted to point out a couple things about it just to show what you would be getting into if you joined. I just want to quickly point out that income disclosure statements are your gross income. So this means that this does not include any expenses that you've had. So that would mean it doesn't include any of the products that you've had to buy or when you joined the company. It just shows how much you made before any of those expenses. So an income disclosure statement breaks down all the different ranks because with MLMs, you level up to different categories based on how much money you're making, and they have the statement broken down by all these categories. So just to start off, the lowest level of ItWorks is the distributor rank. So the ItWorks income disclosure statement has it broken down by the percentage of all distributors and the percentage of active distributors. For the percentage of all distributors, 85.94% of all distributors are at the distributor rank, and that's the lowest rank. Of their active distributors, 83.5% of distributors that are active are the distributor rank, which again is the lowest rank. They also have it broken down with how much money people in each rank make. For the distributor rank, and keep in mind this is 85% for all distributors and 83% for active distributors. So that means that the majority of ItWorks distributors are in this rank. A high for the active distributor monthly compensation is $2,317. That's the high. The low for the distributor amount is $1. The average is $48. So that means 85% or 83%, whether you're talking about all distributors or active, make, on average, $48. A high of over $2,000, but an average of $48. 83 to 85%. Oh my God. The next couple of ranks are executive, and then after that is Ruby. Executive is 3.31% of the distributors, of all of them, fall into that rank. And 3.74% of the active distributors fall into that rank. They would make a high of $3,410 a month, a low of $3 a month. The average, $240. Ruby, the percentage of all distributors that fall into that category are 6.35%. Of active distributors, 7.52%. The high monthly average is $4,201. The active low is $30. The average, $349 a month. From there, it goes to 1.59% fall into this category, 1.49% fall into this category, and then it goes into the 0.83%, 0.29%, and so on. Over 85% of people fall into the lowest category, and 83% of active distributors fall into the lowest category, and they make on average $48. And then the next category where only 3% of people of all the distributors fall into that category, and their average is $240 a month. I don't understand how you could look at an income disclosure statement from an MLM and still join it. When you see that 80% or more than that fall into the lowest category and they're making $48 in the case of ItWorks. And some income disclosure statements are even worse than that. So I just wanted to say that if you're in an MLM or you're thinking of joining one, make sure that you get your hands on an income disclosure statement first. If they're not providing you with one, if you can't track one down, you know why. It's because they don't want you to know how many people are losing money. I think I'm going to end it here for this video today, and thank you so much for watching. In the description below, I will make sure to leave articles about MLMs, ItWorks, and I will also be sure to include the income disclosure statement for ItWorks that I was referencing, because that way you'll be able to look at it for yourself. You'll be able to see it in more detail than I gave you today. I hope you guys are staying safe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys.